Dan Frio here, the rate update. Today we're going to talk about home ownership, the process on you finally decide I want to buy a house. Now what? So we're going to take you from start to finish to get you from the starting gate to the finish line as fast and as simple as we can. So don't go away. Okay, so now you decide, okay, I want to buy a house. Now what? Well, most of the time when I talk to millennials, they're like, unless I knew you or unless I knew a friend of mine who's in the mortgage business, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably go online and do some Google searches, go to Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, all these other companies or all these websites to kind of get started on the process. Well, I hate to say it, but wrong. You can't buy a house unless you know what you can afford. 1, can you get approved? 2, how much money do you have down? 3, how much money can you afford on a monthly basis? Those are the basic things we're going to talk about. So let's get you started. The first thing we got to do is get you pre-approved. Now there's a system called pre-qualified and there's a system called pre-approved. Okay, pre-qualified basically is you call me and you're like, okay, I got good credit, I make $50,000 a year and I got $10,000 to put down. What do I qualify for? And you're like, I don't want you to run my credit. I really don't want you to do anything for me. Just let me know. I should be able to get qualified for this. So that's pre-qualified. That and a quarter will give you a cup of coffee. Doesn't really mean anything. I don't do those, I don't like to do those, and I won't do those. Why? Because you're going down a dead-end road to possibly hit a brick wall right at the end. The other piece of the puzzle is getting pre-approved. Now what that means, it's going to have more skin in the game on your end at the beginning, but it's going to take you down this road seamlessly. So here's what happens is, you apply with us, you can do it via our mobile app, you can go online and do that, or you can call us. Okay, we get all your information, where you live, where you work, how much money you make, how much money you have as a down payment. Then we validate that information. We need your pay stubs. We need your W-2s. We might need your tax returns. We pull your credit. We check your bank accounts. Okay, so now we have all that data. So those main 3 pieces of the puzzle that were assumed in the pre-qualification are now validated and verified. That now is a pre-approval because you're going out there in the market knowing that you qualify for that loan because we already have all of your information. Okay, so now what happens is that'll take us maybe 2-3 days to get to that point. Now you're pre-approved and now you know what you qualify for, how much that payment's gonna be, how much you need down and everything else. So the next thing is, how do we find a house? Well, what I don't suggest you do is go to Zillow or Realtor.com or anything and find a house. Why? Well, because by the time you find that house online and then try to find a realtor to take you to see that house, it's gone. So what we do is we set you up with a realtor partner of ours to help assist you from the time you get pre-approved to the time you find that house, okay? The realtor doesn't cost you anything. The seller of the property pays the realtor commissions. So basically you're getting the assistance of a realtor for free. Okay, we're looking for and we'll help you partner with somebody who is full-time and local to that market and know what's going on. A lot of these realtors have a database of homes coming on the market that are not yet truly on the market or on the internet. Okay, so you'll have a special, I guess we'll put it that way, you'll have a special inventory section that you'll have access to that other people online don't have. So now you have that realtor, you have your pre-approval letter, and you're gonna get updates every day on houses that come on the market on a daily basis. As soon as you see a house that pops up that you like, instantly at that point, get a hold of that realtor and get out there to see that property, okay? Because what's happening is we have a whole network of realtors in our stable. Most of them are telling us that houses are selling within 3 to 6 days. And in those 3 to 6 days, there's probably over 100 showings on that property. So you gotta be pre-approved and you gotta get to that house quick and make an offer as quick as you can. So now what happens is you find that house, you go out there, you're the first one out there, you put your offer in, they accept your offer. Now what? So now you have that house under contract, you had your attorney review all the documents just to make sure there's nothing in there that was misspelled, inaccurate, and so they validate that the contract is legit. Now we have, in most cases, you have about 30 to 45 days to what we call close on the loan. So that at that point, you give me a copy of the contract, we order in most cases an appraisal on the property, we work with the attorneys to get all the legal descriptions and all the legal data on that house. all that comes in, we pile it all together, get it reviewed, get you cleared to close. You're gonna hear us refer to a CTC, or clear to close. That means you're done. You're ready to go. Here's the areas that I want you to avoid. Okay, so here's the most common issues that pop up during this time frame. One, you went out and bought something. You bought a new car, you bought a boat, you opened a credit card account. Please don't do that during this process. You're only going to cause hiccups during this process. Two, don't spend the money that's in your account. You validated that you had $10,000 in your account, but then you're like, oh, Dan, I had taxes due, and I love this house and the family room's awesome. I went out and bought new furniture. Don't do that. Okay, so those are the two main issues that happen. The thing surely not to do is quit your job at that point. You got a job offer and you're like, oh, well, that job offer, I took it because it's paying me more money. Don't do it during this process, because you're only going to mess things up. Please consult us before you do that. So again, let's walk you through the process. You want to buy a house, you contact us. We get you pre-approved, not pre-qualified. We then get you set up with a realtor partner in that area that you're looking to, who's full-time and knows their business. They get your house under contract. We help you get an attorney for review all the legal description of things. Then we work together with you, the realtor and the attorney, to get you cleared to close. 30 days to 45 days comes by, you close on your loan, and you're a new homeowner. That's how quick and simple this can be. So many times you hear horror stories of people saying, you know, that was a mess. That was the worst time of my life during that process. The reason being is most of the time, the people aren't working with a good lender, a good realtor, or a good attorney. Or they did one of the things I said don't do. Quit your job, open up a new account, or spend all the money in your bank account. So that's the way to get from renting or in your parents' basement all the way to home ownership, simple and fast. So we'd love to help you. So if you like the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the bell over on the side so every time I post a video, you get an alert. God bless, guys. I'll see you next week.